Today, a good scrap in the AFC North. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And away we go in Cincinnati. On the return, here comes Justice Hill. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard is Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player and the most exciting player, not just in his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
And this one does not go far.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Second down now, 7 to go. Lamar's going to keep this one. Escapes the defender. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He just gets down inside the 35-yard line. They get 37 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
First down, here's Lamar. Looking this fullback now. They don't get this forward to about the 28. Dax Hill up for the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. From the gun, Jackson. That's him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
The Ravens getting their first look inside the red zone. They've got 1st and 10 right along the 20. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Complete, Derrick Henry. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Bengals get to him and take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Well, we're already seeing his leg's going to be a factor in this contest. But I'll tell you what, Kate, if pressure's going to be on him like that, he's going to have to put his running back cape on and really use his ability to escape and keep things moving forward.
On fourth now, on comes Tyler Luke. Going to try this field goal for the Ravens. It's about 43 yards for it. Luke knocks it through. And our game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
Anytime you go on the road and you can put points on the board on your opening drive, job well done.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Samaje Perine on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So here are the Bengals now as they get set for their opening drive. And at the helm, won his second Comeback Player of the Year award last year with a career-best season. Now in year 6 here in the NFL, it's Joe Burrow.
Joe showed yet again, when healthy, man, this guy is an MVP caliber player. He was a stat monster. Almost 5,000 yards passing and 43 touchdowns, and really elevated a Cincinnati team, especially defensively with a lot of flaws, right to the precipice of the playoffs.
A tight end in motion now. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. First get of the game here to Chase Brown. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stopped just a little bit shy of the marker.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Burrow's going to sneak it. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. That's a short gain of 1, and a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
First down, Burrow to throw. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. Continuing to move past the 45. And he has this down to the 34. It's a pickup of 26. And the Bengals have a first down.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it, and that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
First down, and they go right back to it. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Chidobe Awuzie, they're on the tackle.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Play action now, Burrow. Finds him on the crossing route. And he is going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals finish off their opening drive. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep. Certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
Evan And McPherson on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
Kickoff for Cincinnati.
Hill now to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Ravens offense returning to the field for their second possession. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Lamar off the play fake. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. 2nd and 3 now. Out of the gun, Henry. And they haul him down after a gain of a couple. Leaves him in need of 1 more yard here on 3rd down.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there. Reset it back to 1st down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Jackson trying to sneak it. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle. Get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
Come on, Kate. Put me in. One play, one time. I may have retired back in 04, but I could pick up a couple inches on that sneak. Astounding that call did not turn into a 1st down. Come on, boys.
The Ravens going to punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. That's taken at the 15. And he dodged the tackle. And he's going to get him further up their side of the field with a nice return there, partner, up past the 35. The Bengals all set to go for their 2nd drive. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Now put one of the tight ends in motion. Here's Brown to start the drive. And that's good for a gain of 5. Brought down by the versatile All-Pro Kyle Hamilton.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
1st down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Here's Brown again. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Motion the tight end over. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Burrow out of the shotgun. throw finds Jamar Chase. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That's good for a Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
A gain of 21 more yards. That's another Bengals first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploit.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
Oh, 1st and goal, you take a sack. I got nothing good to say about that. So let me flip it over on the other side where you got everything good to say. That's exactly what you want to do. You want to get them behind the sticks. You want to knock them backwards. And now you put a whole lot more pressure on that offense to respond.
Driven backward to the 11 as they line up for 2nd and goal. Burrow gets it out wide quick. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals get 6 more on their early advantage. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
McPherson at the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals drive their lead to 11.
14, Ravens 3.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Machine Ali on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Ravens trotting out their offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Jackson. As his man, it's DeAndre Hopkins. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Just one play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45. 1st down throw for Jackson. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled for a short gain.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Lamar now from the gun. This is Cox going right back to Andrews. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First down from the 42. It's Henry on the counter. Only finds a couple of yards of space. It's second down.
Sometimes just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Jackson to throw it. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
I love that. Now, I love that defensively right there. It's about the only thing you could do to the tight ends at this level. You have got to disrupt them. You have got to match their physicality with even more physicality, and it forced an incompletion.
Jackson now on 3rd. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
On 4th now, on comes Tyler Luke, going to try this field goal for the Ravens. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. It's no good, and had the leg, but his aim wide right. And it stays a 2-possession game at an 11-point margin.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
The Cincinnati offense headed out now. They have played lights out on offense. Scored their first 2 times out, Brock. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Taken in by Chase, left side. And he takes it up and across midfield into Ravens territory.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Defense showing blitz. Burrow setting up the running back screen. Works the sideline inside the 35. He's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
On 1st down, here's Burrow. He's got it, it's in close. He's got a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals making a 3-score game already in the first. T. Higgins, the touchdown. And we haven't even reached the end of 1, and already that's the 3rd time that he's thrown them into the end zone. It's hard to think of a better start he could be having than this. McPherson at the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bengals push their lead to 18.
Ravens 3.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Ali to return it. And In the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Now Baltimore turning its offense to the field of play. They left a few on the table there last time out, Brock. Selling for a field goal, trying to miss the mark. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Then lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Zone read, they'll hand off to Henry. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Another run for Henry. He's caught just as he crossed the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up a yard. It's going to be 2nd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Changing it up here. Jetson. Caught for big yards on the right side. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Henry. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I know we all love the big home run plays, the highlight reel plays, but as an offense, these are just the stay-on-schedule kind of plays. I love the commitment to this run game. Keep working that body, keep working that body, keep working that body, and eventually you could take the will away from your opponent.
That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Bit of an early blowout, 21-3. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Back at beginning the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive. Running once more with Henry. Up on the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Throw here, 3rd down. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Picks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. It does force a 4th down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
A 57-yard attempt.
It's far enough, but no good. He sent it just a little bit right. And this stays a 3-possession game.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Move the chains. Got to move them chains. Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 from the 43. Throwing is Burrow. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Nate Wiggins on the coverage.
Burrow to the air now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he hits that enemy 25-yard line before he is sent out. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Completed to his running back. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now. To the air again. It's Burrow. Throw left side, complete. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw again, it's Burrow. Completed over the middle. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, they give to Brown. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down now.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Burrow. Caught just shy of the goal line. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals can make it a 4-score game as they lead by 24. T. Higgins the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a 2nd half to match this one. McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals grow their lead yet again.
Bengals 28, Ravens 3.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Hill now to return it. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. They could only set up a lengthy field goal attempt their last possession, Brock. So some room to improve in how far they can advance the football here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Lamar off to play fake. Andrews has it, working downfield. This is going to be down to, it looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. 35 on the pickup. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Throwing again is Lamar. This is cut by Isaiah Likely. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. The 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down. From the red zone now. Escapes the pocket. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
Dude, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the net's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Throw is caught. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. 3rd down coming up.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Henry's going to try to pick it up. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
You love a huddle. Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there. He's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Lamar now from the gun. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Ravens fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Luke tacks on the extra points. And the Ravens make it an 18-point game.
28. Ravens 10.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. On the return, this is Pirine. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Counter play. Brown. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Roquan Smith, again an All-Pro last season, there for the tackle.
1 yard gain.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Burrow out of the shotgun. He puts some air under it deep down the left. This is caught inside the 15. And he is going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals can make it a 4-score game as they lead by 24. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
McPherson at the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals continue piling onto this lead.
35. Ravens 10.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Hill now to return it. Shoots away from one. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. We see the Ravens making their way out now. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone. But the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. Big gain downfield. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Here's Luke for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Ravens make it an 18-point game.
Ravens 17.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. On a return, this is Piron. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Bengals and Jamar Chase about to take over on offense once again. And with each team coming off a touchdown and scoring well early on, we've got the makings of a barn burner here, Brock, if they can keep this up.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, as an offense, it doesn't mean you over-try, but you just know, hey, man, our defense having a hard time slowing them down, and we've got to step on that accelerator.
Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Burrow finds him over the middle. And not much much doing. He stopped quickly.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Burrow from the gun. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Brock, means it's 3rd down.
A small little jab there, finally landed by the defense. Able to break up one of these passes, but let's be real. We know who's been landing the heavy punches all game long. Looks like they're going to keep being aggressive too, Kate. I love that. Stay on the gas.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. This connects with Higgins. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. A pickup of 17. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
Bengals, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
The 1st down carry for Brown. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Burrow setting to throw. Short pass brought in. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
3rd and short, it's Burrow. And it's caught. Chase has it. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route for man coverage.
Burrow now on 1st down. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Trying to get it to T. Higgins. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
From the 40, here comes 2nd and 10. Again, it's Burrow. Finds the in route complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
That's another Bengals 1st down.
I know the combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Sticking in the air, it's Burrow. It's him on the in route. And this one doesn't go far.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
2nd down now, they need 7. To the air again, it's Burrow. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So it'll be 3rd down.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long, but finally this defense has an answer.
They'll throw 3rd and long. Touchdown, but they will not get it. That's incomplete. And maybe worse, Brock. It's going to bring up 4th down. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that 1st down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
A 37-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And that stretches the lead to 21.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
For Cincinnati.
Ali to return it. This makes it up to the 25. Baltimore running its offense out now. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Jackson. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. It's a 29-yard gain. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
I don't care how good a secondary you are, how loaded you are with talent. When you've got time to allow a receiver to work from one side of the field all the way to the other versus zone coverage, well, you're going to make a defense pay.
Here's Henry on the option. He's going to bring this down to their 35. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Let's see, first it was a pass, now it's a great gain on the ground. They've got this defense on their heels.
All set to go now from the 35. First down, and they go back to Henry. And he's got about 9 on that run, partner, down inside the 30.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
All set now. 1st and 10. Flying down the middle with Henry. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
The tackle by Demetrius Knight. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bengals' 10-yard line.
Looking to throw, Jackson. And he scores. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Quite the strike to his tight end, and the patience he showed waiting for that to break open. That was awesome, and it's rewarded with 6.
You know, it should be simple, Kate, right? In philosophy, it should be simple. Just plaster that big guy. Throw bodies at him in coverage, but stopping a tight end near the end zone is anything but simple with how deceptively good they are as route runners and finding that football when it arrives.
Here's Luke for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens get it back to a 14-point game.
38. Ravens 24.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Bengals, then running back Chase Brown, getting set to begin another drive here. It sure seems like they've been able to score every time they've touched it this quarter, Brock. So high hopes again for this upcoming series. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Brown. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Burrow to the air now. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. They got 21 yards on the play, and a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says two things in every production meeting. Number one, well, we got to stop the run. And number two, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
And just gets back to the line of scrimmage. Now Burrow has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. To throw again, it's Burrow. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, get to down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
So on 4th down, Bengals calling on Ryan Rico for the punt. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks it inside their own 10. The Ravens trotting out their offense. And this is close to their end zone. They have got to be careful, but there is still enough time. They could mount something of a drive here. First call here coming from the shotgun. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to tuck it and run. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's going to be a Baltimore first. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first.
First down, Baltimore.
Give to Henry on the inside handoff. And he will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
And the Raven first down.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Lamar now from the gun. Pass pulled in by Henry. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Now Jackson. This one's to Andrews outright. And they get this down to the 28. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. Lamar throwing again. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Tyler Loop after the Ravens to attempt this field goal. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. Loop knocks it through. And that'll get him back to 11.
And with those 3 points, you just dig yourself out of a little bit of a hole. You know, coming out of halftime, you've got to firmly be in comeback mode.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
One last play before the break. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he's going to be driven out of bounds to end this 2nd quarter, Brock. Defenders got there, but not before a pretty nice pickup. See if they can build off that in the 2nd half.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here on the 5th floor studios. A little abridged version of the halftime report here, as both defensive coordinators might be having speaks with their players. That begs the question, can any defense get a stop in the 2nd half? To find out, let's go back out to the stadium and join our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate the update, as always. And welcome back, everyone. 3rd quarter about to get underway. Got a 2-score ball game here as we resume play. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. On the return, this is Piron. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Bengals and running back Chase Brown getting set to begin another drive here. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route That deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
His goal is pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Offense to the line. 2nd down. Burrow from the gun. Finds him over the middle. Finds a little room there. Gets him about 3 yards. They're up to the 43.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
It's a nickel set for the Ravens. 3rd down. Third and long for him here. He lofts it deep right side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So that brings up 4th and long.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
I guess he didn't really quite know his own strength there. That kick cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Man in motion here. Throwing now on 1st down. It's Jackson. To the left side, caught by Andrews. And some excellent work to drive him all the way out past the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
First down, here's Lamar. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Went way outside there, trying to work that sideline, Brock, but by the time the ball had arrived, well, the defender had to knock that ball out.
I think you see my reaction in the booth every time
I do.
We see that throw because I can close my eyes and remember the terror that I felt as a quarterback when you let that ball go and you're throwing it all the way to the boundary. There's some risk-reward, and that time, well, there was no reward.
Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And this one does not go far.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
3rd down, they need 7. Jackson yet again. It's complete. Play made by Bateman. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 47.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Short pass brought in. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. He picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
2nd and 3 now. Jackson keeping it himself. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range. Maybe the wrong read on the option there, Brock, but it kind of looked like the defense had both reads picked up pretty well there.
I'd agree with you because the option, you're trying to option off of one defender, like a 2-on-1.
Yeah.
That time, well, the defense was all over it. Tremendous pursuit to knock him backwards.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. That's the line. He's going to run for it. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own numbers. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. The both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope you have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
1st and goal, they go option. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Here's Lamar. He'll set up the screen for Henry. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Third and goal, they need 3 yards here. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. That one connects. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens start the second half with some needed points. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
No stranger to this in his career, Brock. John Harbaugh wants his offense to tack on 2 more. They'll try it on the ground. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. Well, I know we normally look for where the breakdown occurred here, partner, but I think he just made a really good play defensively to get back there.
Yeah, you're not just thinking. He absolutely did it. That defender was reacting. Go shoot your shot. And that is teaching tape for that.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. On the return, here's Jones. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Bengals and Jamar Chase about to take over on offense once again. They've certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line.
False start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards.
Still 1st down.
They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
At the 20-yard line.
Offense to the line for second down. Burrow on the play action. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Okay, this is one of those situations where they've got the lead on the scoreboard, but not the momentum on the field. This is a big third down coming up. Got to seize back a little control and find a way to cut off the comeback.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. To the air on third and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
The Bengals send out the punting unit, and he's only a handful of yards from his own goal line. He has it at the 22. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. The Ravens send Zay Flowers ready for another look on offense. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens set it up 1st and 10. A draw now. This is Henry. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You know, some positive yardage there, Kate, but just as important, they're mixing up their play calling, and they could very well be setting up the defense for a big play later.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. Finds a little room there. Gets him about 3 yards. They're up to the 43.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
So now here's 3rd and 5. They send a receiver in motion right. Designed run. Jackson keeping it. And the run will not get there. They're turned away right near that marker. Now it's 4th down.
I can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Baltimore lined up in punt formation. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And his job's done, and it is a job well done. That punt fights deep into enemy territory, out of bounds at the 7. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10. Here's Brown to start the drive. He'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Play action now. Burrow. Completed to his running back. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he's stopped.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
The Ravens bringing out an extra defensive back on this 3rd down play. They'll send him over right. 3rd and short, it's Burrow. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that sack brings the offense to 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, All I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
Punt team on the field. And he's been getting all of it every time out. And he gets it away from his end zone. Fields this clean at the 30. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. The drive begins with Henry. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. From the pistol, Henry. A solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. Jackson trying to sneak it. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you've got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Lamar off the play fake. Andrews has it, working downfield. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. How about 29 yards on 1st down? And that's good for a new set of downs. Bringing the offense up to the line, 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. This is Cox going right back to Andrews. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Going with King Henry here. Looks like he gained about 3 yards. It's also going to bring up 3rd down.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
7th play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. And that is Cox. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens take a 3rd quarter lead. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
No stranger to this in his career, Brock. John Harbaugh wants his offense to tack on 2 more.
The Ravens will line up for the
send one of the tight ends in motion right. Jackson throwing for it. And the tip-forward pass falls incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work. Okay, Brock, dialing up another 2-point call, and remember when your friends didn't have a voicemail, it would just ring and ring and ring. It's still ringing. Fall short again of reaching that end zone.
Yeah, this defense is not doing very good between the 20s or even in the red zone, but they do find a way to rise up. This is always my challenge with being super aggressive, is why give that defense something to feel good about coming off the field after you put 6 on the board?
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. On the return, here's Jones. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Bengals and running back Chase Brown getting set to begin another drive here. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Burrow setting up the play action. To the right side and reeled in by Chase. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. They're on him behind the line, and the give to the receiver doesn't work.
Hey, I love the jet sweep as much as anybody, Kate. It could be super effective, but here's the deal. Once you send that receiver in motion, well, you're doomed. Because if they bring an edge pressure or there's a blitz, there's really no stopping it. Once that thing gets started, there's no audibling out of it.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. He's got it inside the 25. He is going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals take a 3rd quarter lead. T. Higgins, the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And now, keep in mind, he's only one off the NFL record of 7 in a single game. Now the offense and Burrow coming to the line, looking to tack on 2 more.
The Bengals.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead.
You spend all week on 2-point plays, trying to get to your best options, but ultimately sometimes the execution of that pass, it doesn't work.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Ali to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Ravens send Zay Flowers ready for another look on offense. And they sure surprised us, going for 2 in that spot on their last drive. Not sure we're going to see that call come out here again. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They send a tight end in motion. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st down now, ball at the 33. From the gun, a run for Henry. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Jackson to throw it. Hits him on the in route. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Third and 4 coming up now. Out of the gun, Henry. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 8. And the Baltimore.
I love that call on 3rd down because it just gives you options. The best 3rd down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of them.
On 1st down, Jackson finds him over the middle. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Complete to Zay Flowers. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 50-yard line.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Now a run with Henry. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Going to the ground again on 1st. He's going to be down within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. It's Henry on the counter. He's going to pay off his 1st down run with a nice pickup of 9.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
This is Henry on 2nd. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Guessing everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure wanted a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Changing it up here, Jackson. He's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens take a 4th quarter lead. Andrews with the touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Lamar and the Ravens all set for this two-point try.
The Ravens will line up for the two-point.
Inside give to the fullback. And he's into the end zone. Really smart call here in the fourth. Now a field goal will only tie this game.
44.
Well, that right there, a very important two-point conversion, Brock. Their lead now up to 3. A field goal would only tie this one.
Yeah, the math was pretty easy on that one, right? You know what it does. It puts you up 3 and forces a field goal on the other side. But I'll tell you what else I like there, Kate. It's psychology. Puts a little seed of doubt on that other side. Maybe if you come into this moment later in the game, and certainly an injection of confidence for your offense that they can deliver in the clutch.
On the return, here's Jones. Making some progress here. Makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Brown. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Here's Brown again. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Smith in on the tackle. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Burrow. Short pass brought in. And he's out of bounds before he could challenge for that marker. It's 4th down.
A gain of 3.
You get to that money down, that 3rd down, you look to your money players, and this tight end is capable of it. Let's give some credit to the defense right there. Did an amazing job, not only sticking to him, but bringing him down before he can move the chains.
Their punter making his way out now. This lands deep into the end zone. We're picking things up at the 20 after the touchback. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. Lamar out of the pistol. This one's caught. It's Andrews near the sideline. And he's going to be pushed down up near that 40-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake. On 1st and 10, it's Henry.
Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
Taken down at the
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Lamar's going to keep this one. Get some space around midfield. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
When they draw up these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
Here's Henry running left. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Running once more with Henry. That one gains 7. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
A 7-yard gain.
Find me an offense that won't take that type of result every snap. Good execution, a quality gain, and it moved the sticks.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Another run for Henry. And they make the play at the 23, a gain of only a little. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Again to Henry on the inside handoff. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
This 8-play drive might be on its last legs here, partners. They try to figure out this 3rd and 7. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. It's complete. Play made by Bateman. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. But he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and goal.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. Jackson keeping it himself. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
QB runs can be some of the most difficult plays for these defenses, but not for the defense right there. Did their homework, and they get an A+ for how they defended that play.
Going the wrong way. It's 2nd and goal now, back at the 12. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Jackson has it, 3rd and goal. From the pocket, looking for a target. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series, and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Here's Tyler Loop in a high-pressure spot. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Tracking for it, and it's good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. On the return, this is Piron. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Bengals and Jamar Chase about to take over on offense once again. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this second half. Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it gets to Brown. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
At the 26-yard line.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Burrow back to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Burrow from the gun. He gets it to Fant. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A 7-yard gain.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Motioning Chase left. Burrow now on 1st down. They set up the screen to Chase. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
I really like the timing of that screen call to the perimeter. Get the ball in space to operate. It turns into a nice gain.
At the 46-yard line.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. To the air again. It's Burrow. Escapes the defender. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
And the Bengals, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. From the gun, Piron. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Finds Higgins for another grab. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Straight ahead they go with Piron. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Burrow out of the shotgun. Finds the in route complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Ravens going with a dime package now. 3rd down. to throw. Toward the end zone, but incomplete. That's going to force them into a fourth down decision.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On third down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on fourth down. Shotgun handoff to Piron. That'll be the first and more. He's denied the score as they finally get him down at the 1. Wow, what a call. They wind up with 12 on fourth down. They pull off the conversion.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
Now they give up the middle to Piron. Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Now Burrow. And he is going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals come through to tie it in the 4th. From Sid Luckman in 1943 to Drew Brees in 2015. We've had 8 quarterbacks throw 7 touchdowns in one game. And now we have a 9th who's accomplished that feat as his dominance over this defense continues. They have this try now to put them in front late. And he comes through on the kick to give him the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Makes the score Bengals 51, Ravens 50.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Hill now to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. We see the Ravens making their way out now. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking for Mark Andrews. And now they face 2nd down.
Okay, this defense finally said enough. Ripped up that script. They have seen him be way too productive. Time to start fighting him for every single throw.
From the 24 once again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Lamar. The left side caught by Andrews. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Ravens down by only 1. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. And send a receiver left. Looking to throw. Making the call himself. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the 1st down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Back to throw. He fights Bateman on the slant. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. There's a dive up the middle. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. That's good for a couple of yards. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Hey, I'll be honest with you, Kate. They say that football is cyclical. Well, I sure hope we see the fullback come back. There's just something about that guy. Something about that position. And he just showed you right there, going to get you a first down. They can be difference makers, too.
Finds his fullback. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Two timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. This one's to Andrews out right. And he's going to be out of bounds to stop that clock. So they could still win it with a field goal or a touchdown, Brock. It's going to be 2nd down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Out of the gun, give to Hill. And all he can get is a yard here, Brock. It's going to be 3rd down. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. All right, they need 7 here on 3rd down on what is the 9th play of this drive. Looking to throw it. To the left and reeled in by Hopkins. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Now, they've certainly got the field goal in their back pocket, but they're going to try for the touchdown first here and goal to go. Give right up the gut to Hill. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Hill again. He touched the tackle. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The final timeout taken by the Bengals. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
Well, Kate, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
Receiver in motion. He's headed right. He's keeping it, trying to get it forward. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
The defensive stand here, and they push him away from the goal line. That's back to the 4. Well, he looked maybe a little unsure of the call, Brock, and that two-point try unraveled out there.
Or maybe they were just surprised by the look this defense came out in. Either way, unfortunately, not a whole lot you can do once that ball snapped. Got to find some way to make that call work.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. On a return, this is Piron. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Bengals and Jamar Chase about to take over on offense once again. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. That's incomplete left side. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
2nd and 10, still at the 28. Here he is to throw. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. To throw. Short pass brought in. And he can't get the first, but he does get out of bounds. Now they're up against it, 4th down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Their hand is forced here. They've got to get this. They're down 5. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Throw is caught by the back. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. So they come through with 6, and they're rewarded for going for it on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So the Ravens will fly home with the win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Cincinnati.